Introduction. Join Lily and Max, a young monster couple, on an adventure through the vast unknown universe. With their ship, they explore different planets and encounter strange creatures. Along the way, they discover their own special powers, which they use to overcome the challenges they face. From a tropical paradise to a war-torn planet, their journey is filled with excitement and danger. They must work together to survive and repair their ship, but their love for each other keeps them going. Will they be able to make it back home, or will they be stranded forever? Follow their journey as they fight for their survival and their future together. Chapter 1. The Meeting. The story begins with the couple, named Lily and Max, meeting each other for the first time on their planet. They were both out for a walk in the park, when they stumbled upon each other by chance. Max was sitting on a bench, playing his guitar while Lily was strolling around, admiring the flowers and the different species of monsters in the park. The moment Lily heard Max's melodic tunes, she couldn't help but stop and listen. As she drew closer, she was struck by the sight of Max's bright yellow hair. It was a color she had never seen before. She couldn't take her eyes off of him. "Wow, that's beautiful. What's the name of the song?" Lily asked, unable to contain her curiosity. Max looked up from his guitar and was taken aback by the sight of her bright yellow hair as well. He had never seen someone like her before. "Oh, it's not really a song. Just something I came up with on the spot. I'm Max, by the way. I'm Lily. I love music too, I play the violin." Lily replied with a smile. "Really? I play the guitar. We should play something together sometime," Max suggested, excited at the prospect of making music with her. "I'd like that." Lily nodded, and they exchanged numbers and arranged to meet again the next day. Chapter 2. Forbidden Love. Despite their instant attraction to each other, Lily and Max soon learn that their relationship is frowned upon by their families and society because of the long-standing prejudice against their specific type of monsters. They were told as they are the same kind they should not mix and that any relationship between them would be unacceptable. "Max, there's something I need to tell you," Lily said hesitantly, as they sat by the lake, holding hands. "What is it?" Max asked, concerned by the look on her face. "My family is not going to approve of us being together. They don't think that our kind should mix. They believe that we will not get along and that our love is unacceptable." Lily explained, her voice filled with sadness. Max's heart sank, as he realized that his own family felt the same way. "Lily, my family feels the same way. But I don't care what they think. I love you, and that's all that matters." "I love you too, Max," Lily replied, tears welling up in her eyes. They knew that they would have to keep their love a secret and keep away from society if they want to be together, but they were willing to make that sacrifice for each other. Chapter 3. The Escape. Desperate to be together, Lily and Max decide to flee their planet in search of a place where they can love freely. They steal a spaceship and take off, with nothing but each other and the stars to guide them. As they leave their planet behind, Lily turns to Max and says, "We can't stay here, Max. We need to leave and find a place where we can be together without fear." Max, determined to make a better life for the both of them, nods and replies, "You're right. We'll steal a spaceship and leave this planet behind. We'll find a place where we can be free to love." Lily, taking his hand, smiles at him, "Let's do this together." As they venture through the unknown universe, they face many challenges and adventures, but through it all, they have each other. They become each other's rock and support system, strengthening their bond even more. Chapter 4. The Adventure Begins. As they navigate through the vast unknown universe, Lily and Max encounter various challenges and adventures. They visit different planets, meet strange creatures and have to confront difficult situations together. But through it all, they have each other and they discover their own special powers. The couple started their journey full of excitement and curiosity. They had each other, a ship and a universe full of possibilities to explore. They set off with no specific destination in mind, just the desire to see what was out there and to have new experiences. One of the first planets they visited was a tropical paradise. The planet was covered in lush vegetation, crystal clear waters and colorful wildlife. They spent their time on the planet exploring and swimming in the turquoise waters. They had a wonderful time, relaxing and enjoying each other's company. "This is amazing, I can't believe we're here," Lily exclaimed, her face full of wonder as she looked around the tropical island. "It's like nothing we've ever seen before, I'm glad we're here together," Max replied, taking in the beauty of the place. However, their next destination was a completely different story. They landed on a planet covered in ash and soot. It seemed like it had been ravaged by some kind of disaster. The planet was uninhabitable and they were forced to leave as soon as they landed. But they were able to collect valuable information and samples that they would use in their future endeavors. "That was strange and I am glad we are out of there," Max said, looking at the ash on his clothes. "I know, it seems like some kind of a catastrophe had occurred here. We should report this back to the others," Lily responded, looking at the data they gathered. As they traveled through the universe, they encountered all kinds of planets, each with its own unique characteristics. They visited a planet where the inhabitants could communicate telepathically and they were able to communicate with them, learn their customs and even make friends. They visited another planet where the inhabitants were living in harmony with nature. They were able to learn a lot about sustainability and environmental preservation. Each planet brought new experiences, and they were always eager to see what was next. They were able to use their powers to help them survive and adapt to the different environments. Max's powers enabled him to survive in extreme temperatures, and his strength helped him with heavy lifting and heavy work. Lily's powers helped them to survive in the most difficult conditions. Her healing powers helped them to heal and stay healthy. Her powers to generate heat and shield them helped them stay. Chapter 5. The Crash. The couple's ship crashes on a strange planet where the laws of physics work differently. They're both injured and stranded, but they work together to survive and try to repair their ship. The crash was sudden and violent, and both Lily and Max were thrown around the cockpit. They managed to survive the impact, but they were both injured and the ship was severely damaged. "Are you okay?" Max asks, turning to Lily as they both groaned in pain. "I think so, just a few scratches and bruises," Lily replied, wincing as she moved her arm. As they survey the damage, they realized that they were stranded on a strange planet that they had never seen before. "We have to fix the ship, we can't stay here," Lily said, looking around at the unfamiliar terrain. "Agreed, we'll have to work together and use all our skills and powers to survive," Max replied determinedly. The planet was unlike any other they had encountered, with its stronger gravity and toxic atmosphere. They were struggling to move around and find a way to survive. They quickly realized that the laws of physics were different on this planet. Objects were heavier and it was harder to move them. They had to come up with new ways to do things that would otherwise be easy for them. This planet's gravity is so much stronger, it's making it difficult to move around, Lily said, struggling to lift a tool. "We'll have to work together and use our powers to our advantage," Max replied, using his enhanced strength to lift the tool with ease. Despite the challenges, they worked together to repair the ship and find a way to escape the planet. Max used his strength to help with the heavy lifting, while Lily used her healing powers to keep them both in top condition. They had to scavenge for materials to fix the ship, using whatever they could find. They had to come up with clever solutions, using the environment to their advantage. As they worked, they also encountered dangerous creatures on the planet. They had to use their powers and skills to protect themselves. "Look out," Max shouted, as a giant creature appeared and charged towards them. "I got this," Lily replied, using her powers to create a force field that protected them from the creature's attack. But they never gave up, their determination and love for each other pushed them to keep going. They knew that they had to fix the ship and leave the planet to continue their journey together. Chapter 6. The Discovery. On this planet, Lily and Max discover a hidden community of their own kind, who have been in hiding for centuries. They find acceptance and understanding here for the first time in their lives. As they enter the community, Max exclaims in awe, "Lily, look! There are others like us." Tears of joy fill Lily's eyes as she looks around and sees monsters just like her and Max. "We're not alone," she whispers, as the community welcomes them with open arms. For the first time, they feel like they truly belong and find purpose in helping and working with the community. They share their experiences and skills with others, while learning from them in return. Chapter 7. The Welcome. The community welcomes Lily and Max with open arms, and they learn about their own history and culture. They also come to realize that they have special powers which they never knew existed. As they were trained by the elders in the community, they were able to harness and control their abilities. They were amazed by how much they could do and how much more they could achieve with their powers. They were given a new sense of purpose and belonging. Chapter 8. The Decision. With a newfound sense of belonging, Lily and Max must decide whether to stay with their new community or return to their home planet to fight for acceptance. Lily turns to Max and says, "We have a chance to make a difference, to change things for monsters like us back home. Should we stay here where we're safe and accepted, or should we go back and fight for acceptance?" Max, thinking about it for a moment, replies, "We've been given a second chance, we should use it to make a change. We'll go back and fight for acceptance and rights for all monsters, together." Chapter 9. The War. The war begins and Lily and Max play a pivotal role in the war. They use their special powers to help the community defend itself, but not without sacrifices. They lose friends and see the horror of war, but their determination and courage serve as an inspiration to all. The war was brutal and intense, with both sides fighting fiercely. Lily and Max were on the front lines, using their powers to defend their community. Lily's healing powers were crucial in treating the wounded, while Max's enhanced physical abilities made him a formidable warrior. They worked together seamlessly, supporting each other in battle. Despite the odds, they never gave up hope. They fought to protect their new home, and the community that had welcomed them with open arms. They were determined to make a better future for all monsters, like them. The war lasted for months, and the losses were heavy. Lily and Max saw the devastation and destruction that war can bring. They lost friends and comrades, but they never wavered in their determination to win. With the help of their powers, and the support of their community, they were able to finally turn the tide of the war. They pushed the enemy back, and reclaimed the land that had been taken from them. When the war finally ended, there was a sense of relief and triumph. But also a deep sadness for the lives lost and the destruction that had been caused. Lily and Max emerged as leaders, having proved their mettle in battle and their dedication to the community. The victory was bittersweet, but it was a pivotal moment in the history of their planet. Monsters like them were no longer seen as outcasts and the community was more inclusive and accepting than ever before. Lily and Max stood tall, proud of what they had accomplished and ready to continue their fight for equality and acceptance. Chapter 10. The Triumph. The war ends with the defeat of the oppressors and love is accepted as a natural and beautiful thing, regardless of the species of the lovers. Lily and Max are hailed as heroes and their love story becomes a symbol of hope and change for all the monsters on their planet. They return home to be together and also use their experiences to help other monsters who are going through the same thing they did. They become leaders and advocates for the rights of all monsters, working towards a more inclusive and accepting society. As they stand together, looking out at their home planet, Max turns to Lily and says, "We did it, together." Lily, with a smile on her face, replies, "Yes, we did. We fought for a better future and we won." They both knew that their journey was far from over, and that there would be more battles to fight, but they were ready for it. Together, they had the strength and love to face anything that came their way. They lived happily ever after, but not without a lifetime of adventures and memories they shared together.